check if everything's running. Doing extreme. We're doing it's end of day debrief, but I'm doing this is like a midday debrief. Kind of like a midday debrief, but let me see if everything's up and running before I start talking. I hope everyone's doing well though. I am doing. I don't know really how to answer that. Let's see, how does it sound? Okay, it sounds good, it seems. But I'm starting my end of day debrief. I hope everyone here is doing well. I just want to come on and talk today, you know. I did another one recently, end of day debrief, but I'm like, I want to do another one. All right, so where do I even begin? I don't know. I've been having a lot of things on my mind. I've been rushing around, trying to figure things out, trying to revamp the channel. You know, I feel like my editing, how can I say this? The editing has gotten way better. I've been putting way more work into the editing, but my views have gone down to pretty much 0, which is to be expected because we did see the transition into the new into the new content, so it's to be expected. But it can get discouraging. You're like, oh man, what am I doing? Am I even on the right path? Like, why am I doing all this stuff? But I think it's all part of the plan. I need to keep on pushing, don't worry so much about the views, don't worry so much about the audience. So worry more on developing myself, developing the channel, because at the end of the day, that's all I have. You know, people come and go, but if you're working on bettering yourself, then that's something that you can control. That's something you can't control, like how many views you get necessarily. You can't control like, yeah, it's good. Welcome. It's just doing our end of day debrief. This is the more serious conversations though. So if it gets too intense, feel free to leave. Because the end of day debrief is more just me sharing my thoughts. But excuse me. But yeah, the channel has been very interesting overall. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna start just doing whatever when it comes to the channel. But it is difficult. I can't lie. I can't say many things have changed, even though I've been doing this for I think like 4 months now, probably. Even though we've posted more videos, we've slightly gotten better, we have gotten, more subscribers and stuff. I don't feel like a day has changed yet. I feel like the channel has pretty much like been the same, and I don't really know what to do about it. I don't know what direction to take, and it's like I was starting to push the channel more to like do what the trends are, do that type of, content people like to see, as in like higher energy, more scripted, more like, loud, boisterous, maybe some like funny edits and stuff. But I don't know. I don't just want to do all that stuff, and I don't know what I want to do. But like, I don't want to just put out lazy content. I don't want to just put out like things that are boring, because like, people want to be entertained. People want to see, something entertaining. They're not always going to want to just sit here and just listen to someone just talk. Like, that's not special or anything. But it's really trying to find a happy medium. Once again, like developing my own like skills and personality more, rather so, because I am happy with the 30 days 30 games challenge. I'm happy with it in a sense that it's been very, very challenging, very tough, but I've been growing a lot more personally from the challenge. I know the views and everything. Yeah, finding that medium can be hard, exactly. But you don't just want to sell your soul in a sense, right? You don't just want to go mainstream and just like, do you know how some people do all that cringe stuff? They just go crazy and like lose their minds for views. You don't want to go that way. But at the same time, you don't just want to be settling and say, oh, this is it. This is all I'm going to offer. I'm not going to change or anything, because you should be advancing. You should be trying your best to entertain, to try and, put forward a good image and stuff. You don't want to just like why is no one watching my stuff? I stream every day. It's like, because you're not putting in any effort. So you don't want to be lazy, and you don't want to be like just a clout chaser. You want to find out who you are as an individual. Because at the end of the day, I'm Fruitler. I have my 5 employees. Like, it's going to be my own life. I have to develop my own. I have to grow personally. Regardless of what happens, views or whatnot, like I have to have some personal growth, because that is the one thing that will probably affect me the most. Because I've been focusing on, like getting all the views, getting the content and stuff. It's like I'm not focusing so much. I have been focusing on growing as a person. And I just feel really stumped, because it's like I just don't know what to do. Is YouTube even the place to do this? Should I still even continue this? Like, what am I even doing? I wake up every day, I'm like, what am I even doing? I'm like, this is kind of like dumb. Sometimes I wake up, I'm like, I don't want to do this. Like, this is literally dumb. I should just go out there, just get a regular job and stuff. But then, like, I've had regular jobs, and then I feel the same ways in those positions as well. And out there, I'm just like, I feel like I'm not growing at all. I don't feel like I'm working towards anything. So it's like that. I've always wanted to own my own business. I've always wanted to build my own brand, but I've always, I've lacked a lot of, I haven't put in a lot of hard work. I haven't done a lot of things, so I can't really complain, because how can I expect to be successful in all this stuff if you're not gonna, if I could have a roadmap to see what it took to really become really successful and stuff, I would probably not even be like 1% of the way there. Probably be like 0.001% of the way, and it's like, okay, so then what? Are we just like, you're screwed? Is it over? Like, is this the end? Like, what should we do? That's what I'm really trying to figure out. What should we do? Because, when all things... Because once again, the title of this one is End of Day Debrief number 34. I feel stuck in a rut. Because I do. I feel stuck in a rut, Life is not terrible. I'm very fortunate to live the life that I have, but I just feel stagnant. I don't feel like, I'm in a good area in my life where it's like I don't have to worry about where my next meal comes from, but it's like I don't know what to build towards. It's just the same thing. Keep up the grind, and one day you're gonna go viral. That's always the hope. That's the thing, though. I always love to have that mentality. That is the mentality you should have, but it's like everyone has that mentality. It's like you just keep working, and then you think you're gonna go viral, but not everyone does. It's the same thing in real life. It's like everyone works hard, A lot of people work very hard, but not everyone's going to become successful. A lot of people are going to fail. A lot of people are going to be broke. A lot of people are not going to get the results they're looking for. But are those results even worth it? Is it even worth like getting all this money and stuff? Is that even something I want to work towards? Like, what am I working towards? I think working towards something with more meaning, not just creating a big channel. It's about impact factors, like creating something that's meaningful, Hello. But it's like creating something that's meaningful, worth time to like build towards. Because sometimes I just wake up and I'm just playing a game. I'm like, yo, this is just a waste of time. I feel like I'm just coming on here just to like, I don't even know. I feel like sometimes I'm just on here just to like babysit and stuff. I'm not even like making anything. I'm just trying to get people to watch and stuff. I'm not even building a brand. I'm not personally developing. I'm just here to get people's attention, then dip. And it's like, bro, that's like garbage. So it's like, well, what is even the point of that? So it's really to... I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts. I have a lot of things to say. I disabled the 8-ball because it's too cluttered. But it's not just about going viral. I think that's the mistake y'all are thinking. It's about going viral. It's about building. But I think it's very easy to get wrapped up in social media, the internet, and then saying it's just about becoming famous, about becoming popular. It's like, no, the goal should be to have a positive impact on people's lives. It's to actually work towards something. It's to actually have like a meaningful life. It's to actually do something that makes sense. It's like, I feel like a lot of stuff out here is just garbage. I've been scrolling through my phone each day, and I'm just like on TikTok or social media. I'm just scrolling. I feel like I'm just scrolling. And the stuff I see, I'm like, what am I doing? It's like, what is this? And I'm like, am I feeding into that as well? Am I just becoming another thing that's just getting people to scroll down and get them addicted or whatever? It's like, do I want to do that with my life? I'm like, no. If that's the case, then I'll delete my channel right now, because there's no point to that. I'm saying, then I should start pivoting towards something more meaningful. We should start impacting more life. But I know that's not going to get views. It's not going to get views as right now. Like, as I can see already, the shift in the paradigm of my channel, we tanked in views, and it's fine. We already don't have a lot of views, but a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people don't care about that. They want just entertainment. They just want certain things. And they're like, you have to stay with a niche. You have to do this in YouTube and stuff. I'm saying my channel, I'm going to break off and not even do a niche. I'm going to do something new every single day. I'm just going to do whatever I want to do. It's going to be, my channel is just going to be whatever. And it's going to be crazy. It's going to be confusing the algorithm. Everyone's going to be like, what's going on? But to do that, you need an insane mentality. You need a very strong mental, because people are going to be wavering around. They're going to be like, I don't want to see that. I don't want to do that stuff. And people are always going to be coming and going. And it's going to be like, you know, they're like, oh, why can't I get this stuff? It's like, nah. It's like, I'm just going to do whatever I want to do. But then if I'm going to have the mentality, I better have a duty to make it worth watching, entertaining, make it better. Because it's like, I don't know. I'm just venting. I'm venting to a bunch of kids. I'm venting to like a bunch of kids right now, which is, it's interesting. But thank you, I appreciate it. But it's not just that, it's the bigger image. I don't think a lot of people see the bigger image. They're like, just stick with these things, you'll get views and stuff. It's like, no, you hit a dead end. I have a bigger image for a lot of things. And I'm just like, I don't think where I'm headed is it's gonna get me anywhere. By playing the same game every day. It's like, by playing the same game every day, by just playing what's trendy, I'm gonna hit a wall. I'm gonna hit a wall. And I'm gonna get burnt out. And it's like, because people are heavy niche oriented within YouTube, and you're instructed to go heavy niche because they're like, your channel, it just make it specifically towards one thing, right? But I'm saying, my whole problem is I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what to content to make, so that's why I'm jumping all over the place. But I feel like that's heavily punished. It's heavily punished because then, like, I don't think your stuff gets promoted. I think the audience is always getting confusing. The audience is always going to be confused because they're like, I want to see this one game. I saw this game. It was very popular. I liked it when you played it. Can you play more of it? But I'm like, I'm actually not going to play that anymore. It's like, I'm just going to go on. And then I don't even know if I'm going to just do gaming. I feel like I'm going to branch out to other sectors and do just a bunch of random stuff, make content for everything. And I was thinking of making separate channels, but I'm saying, you know what? I just want it all centered into the Fruitler channel. I want everything centered into the Fruitler channel. It's going to be variety. And I know people are not going to like that, but it's not about what people like. It's not about what people like, because people are finicky. They don't know what they always like. You can convince them if you make good videos, if you make great content, you can convince someone to watch something regardless of what it is. And that's the problem I'm facing too, because I'm complaining a lot about the algorithm and stuff, but it's not that. It's because what I'm putting out it's simply not good enough. It's not up to par. You got to keep on going. You should make a how to draw the Fruitler employees. Yeah, I was thinking of doing that, but to be honest with you, when I drew them the first time, I don't know how to draw them again. It was like a fluke. How I drew them was a fluke, because I can't draw. The employees appeared due to the fact that I couldn't draw, but I tried, which is essentially what my channel is about, what my life is about. It's because I don't know a lot of things, but then I decide to try it. That's how I got my employees. I told myself my entire life I couldn't draw at all, right? And saying, I can't draw, I can't make any of this stuff. And then the one day I decided, you know what, let's just try and draw something. These dudes appeared somehow. I was able to draw them. So I don't know if I'll draw them again, actually. I don't know if I can draw them again. What happened to Orange's arm? I don't know. See, once again, it's just random. I just wanted Orange to have that look. And the eye crossed out. I just wanted them to have that look and just do trying. But I was thinking of that, but I don't know. It's like I'm so lazy too. I'm lazy, so I can't really put anything at fault. I don't want to work. And that's the problem, you gotta work. I've been streaming every day, it's been okay. It's been tough, but Like, because I've been streaming and then I go offline, and now the edits are taking me a really long time now, which is, editing should take a while, you know. Editing, before I was doing it very, very fast. It was too rushed. I wasn't putting much effort into it. I was just clipping the videos down, and they were, I feel like, way lazier, way more boring. But now I actually put way more effort in them. I clip them all down into a story. I do 2 scans of edits, and then I do a voiceover. So I put my whole own spin onto it. Then I have to record it all at the same time, doing the voice audios. And then you think of funny things to say, some things to say at certain times, and then you just look, and then you have to edit those audios in, place them correctly, all this stuff. And then because I felt like they're way better, but unfortunately they're not getting any attention right now. That's just how it's going. But it's like, are you willing to put a better product in there even though you won't get recognized now? Are you willing to put in the hard work now even though it means that no one's going to notice? And that's what you have to do. It's kind of like the being the unsung hero. Life is not about getting noticed. It's not about notoriety. It's about doing your life well, becoming a better person, and even if no one's looking, still putting in the work. And that's what's the hardest part, because I hate putting in the work. Who likes putting in the work? Honestly, it's a lot of work. At the end of the day, it's work. But then it's like you're gonna have to put it in, even if you don't get noticed, even if like no one's noticing your good deeds and stuff. It's like it will still pay off in some sense. Maybe not being like awarded a medal, but your life will have way more meaning, way more impact, even if no one notices. And that's a hard thing to do. And to do that every day, it's like you need a strong mental. But it's really finding out then, what should I do then? What should be the goal? What should be the vision? Like what are we working towards? What are we trying to build up towards, and trying to really find out what to do? Because honestly, I'm just logging onto YouTube, just making videos, and I'm just like, what is this? What am I even doing right now? I'm like, dude, let's just quit and just like, I don't know, work at McDonald's. No hate to working at McDonald's or something, but it's like I don't know what to do. It's like this is the most challenging part of all of it right now, to be honest. It's like if I go out, get a job right now, I had jobs before, I didn't feel any growth, any purpose. Like I was just wasting away. And now I feel here, it's like, okay, let's try and make their own business. It's like, okay, what? Are we just trying to make dopamine content just to get people addicted so then we get money? And then like, what purpose does that serve? It doesn't serve any. And even if I get all this money, what am I going to even do with it? Probably nothing. So who cares about that? Saying, what vision do we have? What is our goal? What are we going towards? It's really frustrating at times, because I can't even complain. It's like I have a pretty good life. I can't really complain, but it's like problems don't go away. Regardless of your situation, unfortunately, problems don't go away. You're poor, rich, you're middle class, anywhere. Problems don't go away, they just change. And, that's just life. And now I'm in the phase of like, I'm grateful for what I have, but now what? Move on to what? What's the next part? I'm like, am I supposed to just do nothing? Am I supposed to just like, what are we supposed to even do? I don't know. It's just a lot of stuff. I want to make a challenge to make people happy and have fun. Of course, but I'll tell you this. That is a hard goal. And that's a very generalized goal. Because you'll start and things get twisted. Things will get twisted, yo. I'll tell you, my journey has been like this because when you start, you have to have tough mentality. Unless your heart is really pure and you're like, yeah, I really want to help people out, it's going to be a hard time because there's going to be a lot of trials and tribulations you're going to face out here. And you're going to get desperate. You're going to get down bad unless you're extremely lucky. If you're extremely lucky and you just get viral and you go crazy and it's like, oh, life is great, congrats for you. But if you're like the 99% of people starting, you're going to fail and you're not going to get any views and you're going to seem like all your work is going to be pointless. You're going to seem like all your work is going down the drain, and you're going to have to do it every single day. This is not just YouTubing, by the way. People are just like, oh, this is just YouTubing, right? This is life. This is literally like you're working your job and stuff. You're going to have to do a good job every day. You may not even be noticed by your boss, but it's for your own self-growth, own self-development. Even though you may not get rewarded at all, it's to still do what's right, still become a better person every day, because that's what it's all meant to be. And I get confused in that. I forget that at times. And it's like, it's easy to fall into these traps, because let's say like you just put out some like garbage content, right? Mind rot, right? But it's getting a crap ton of views. Excuse my language. Sorry, excuse my language there. But it's like you're getting a lot of views. It's like you will be compelled almost to like, oh, this is a hit, but it's not serving any purpose. I feel like a lot of the content being out there is not serving any purpose. And the stuff that does, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good videos, right? But I get on the other spectrum, I get overwhelmed because it's like, I'll never be able to achieve that. Like there are some videos out there that are extremely well done, like masterclass, and they totally deserve all the work 100%. And then I get on the other spectrum of that and saying like, why should I even get popular then? I don't even put out nearly enough content or good enough content to compete against that. I don't think I can even achieve that. So it's like you get really self-doubted about yourself. And you're just like, oh, why even try? I can't even get to that point. But it's not about being number one all the time, because not everyone can be number one. It's about being better. Thank you for joining. Makes me feel better, makes me keep going. Exactly. But it's like you'll be doing that, and there's a possibility of doing that to 0 viewers. Imagine doing that to 0 viewers every single day. Would you be able to keep up that mentality for months, days, years, decades without even knowing, in hopes that you are getting discovered? With a chance that you don't get discovered. There's a lot of people that do this, put honest work out there, they're doing a great job, and they never get discovered. You need an insanely tough mental. Unless you like it. If you just like it, then that's fine too. That's a thing. But my thing is, I don't like anything. I don't like anything. I have a lot of things. It's just because I have a lot of things I'm focusing on now, or not focusing on. I'm just saying what I'm personally going through. This is just what I've been personally going through. Like like you could start like YouTubing and stuff. It could be, it would probably be a completely different scenario too. It's like I just started YouTubing and it's going great, or I'm starting and it's going tough. Everyone's scenario is different, and including their real life situation. That also plays a factor in all this as well. Everyone lives different lives, but the work is still the work at the end of the day, regardless of your background, status, whatever. The work is still the work, and it's gonna be tough. It's going to be tough, and it's not to worry about other people, really. It's like, oh, they got it easier and stuff. Who cares? It's saying, what are you going to do? What am I going to do to grow? Forget everything else. I'm focusing on myself. What can I do? What am I going to do to, what am I just doing? Yeah, see, exactly. If you're having fun, that's great then. Just keep it up. It can be a hobby and stuff. It's like my situation is just like, I just don't know. I just don't. It's like I've just been searching of what to do right now. I'm pretty lost in life, and it's like, okay, what job to get? Do I go back to school? Do I continue making YouTube? It's like, I don't even know. And so I'll just say, I don't know. Everyone's just like, bro, this guy's crazy. He's just venting and stuff. And he's like, I'm unsubscribing, which would make sense. That would make sense. But, yeah, it really depends. Because it gets discouraging. It's not just discouraging. It's not so much the views and stuff. It's like, forget that. Like, the views, it's whatever. Like, you can't expect to get a bunch of views all the time. You're not going to start off like that. But it's saying, like, it's more my issue is, like, what am I working towards? It's like, what am I even working towards right now? Because it's not about growth. It's artificial growth. The growth right happening, people are looking at the numbers and like, fruit that you're growing right now, right? It's like, that's not the case. It's pretty artificial. Because we get it from balloons occasionally, and we get it from a mixture variety, but it's not going to last. The vision I see is that we're going to hit a stump. I see even when we get 1,000, 10,000, with the way we're producing content, with the way we're going at things, our numbers may increase, but it will be the same day every day. It's not really growth. Nothing's changing much. And that you may not understand that. You're like, what are you talking about? What do you mean you got more numbers and stuff? It's like, it's the same. I feel the channel's been the same since day one till day now. And you're like, how is that possible? Numbers have grown. It's not just that. It's just to try YouTube and stuff. It's about building a brand, building a business eventually. Because I don't, even supplemental stuff, it's like, what am I doing in the future? Everyone's focused on the now. I'm focused on the future. You want to be present, which is very good for psychology and stuff. You want to always be mindful and present. But it's saying, I don't feel like a lot of people look towards the future. And however, I'm always looking towards the future. I'm looking towards like 10, 15, 20 years ahead. I'm saying I see the projection things are going on, just taking guesstimates, right? I'm saying the projection is that if we keep up doing what we're doing right now, it'll be the same day. Same thing when I was working. It's like, if I keep this job for the next 1, 2, 3 years, it will be the same day. There will be no point. I'm not working towards anything. So growth has always been my factor. People are saying like, oh, just work and see how it pans out. It's like, there is no projection I see. Because people just focus on the now, take care of the now. I'm saying, if you don't take care of the now and the future, then the future is going to catch up. It'll become the new now, and you're going to just be absolutely bombarded. And then you'll complain because the future comes and you're like, wow, the future was terrible. It's like, yeah, because you didn't work towards anything. It's like, but it's like, yeah, it's like, I don't share personal info, but I live in a PST time zone. So like USA West Coast. We're just saying, what's the next step? That's what I'm just trying to figure out. And just what's the next step? Because it's like, my mentality is that I've been given an opportunity. So it's like this. It's like, okay, I know people have very terrible lives. I know people are extremely poor. Some people have like no food, water. And it's like, I feel extremely bad for that. It's like that's absolutely insane. And we should definitely help that out. But it's like, so I can't complain about the life I live. I can't, because it's been great. I shouldn't. I should be very grateful, which I am. But it's saying like, I view it as this. It's like, I've been given an opportunity with the state I am. I feel like I've been given an opportunity and I feel like I'm wasting it, which is the worst thing you can do. Like what a lot of people do in their situations when they're like, they're like, oh, we don't have to care about food or water. It's like, life is great. They just become stagnant. And they're just like, oh, just be grateful. I'm saying, no, you need to make something of it. Your life doesn't just end there. And saying, you're given an opportunity to get more. People have sacrificed, a lot of my family, a lot of people have sacrificed a lot of things. They lived very harsh lives so I can live a way better one. So the worst thing I could do would be to make nothing of it. Would be to just be like, yeah, let's just settle. Let's just do, go back, just live just subpar life and just settle. It's like, that would be the most disrespectful thing you can do, because people didn't sacrifice all their life and hard work just for you to do nothing. So it's like, I've been trying to work every day to make something greater. It's not just to do whatever, it's to make it greater, because you're giving an opportunity. It's like, I hit the lotto. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like I'm wasting the opportunity I'm given. And people are just saying like, oh, just go. Just do whatever. I'm saying, I don't think people get it. It's like, I don't know. I'm just venting. They're like, Fruit Alert's gonna be okay. Life is great and stuff. Life is great, but it's like, it just doesn't end there. A lot of people don't understand what I'm saying, I feel. I don't even know if what I'm saying even makes sense. But it really, I don't know. This is more of an adult conversation. I feel like most of my audience is just a bunch of kids. Which is fine. But yeah. I don't know, I just want to speak my mind a little today. These end of day debriefs can get a little more intense. These end of day debriefs can get a little more intense. That's why I don't tend to hold them all the time, but I think it's good too. It's good too because it's this is just what's on my mind. It's just what's on my mind today. Today was way more intense than usual. It was way more intense, so I apologize. It was definitely I got a little out of hand at times, but yeah. I'm gonna keep going at it. We'll see. I may just give this maybe a couple more months, 1 or 2 months, and then if things aren't looking too great, then I don't know if I'll quit, but it's like I'll probably have to take a longer break from YouTube and then start reassessing things, which is fine. Taking breaks and stuff is fine. But really cracking down on things, trying to figure things out and stuff, because it's not gonna be easy. Once again, it a lot of the big streamers now, it didn't happen overnight for them. It didn't. It took them years of grinding, years of going unnoticed, years of getting up every day, truly believing that they'd make it, and then even though they're getting barely any views, even though they're barely getting anything, just getting up and saying, I'm gonna do this no matter what. So insane respect. And then they did a lot. Some of them, they managed to get to that point where now they're extremely popular, and people just think, oh, that just happened overnight. It's like, no, you don't understand. It took them 5, 10 plus years to get to there, of days of just, I want to quit, of days of, I don't know, is this worth it? Of days of, is this gonna work out? And then you just gotta truly believe and truly wake up every day and just keep grinding. That's just life. Getting up every day, truly believing in yourself, growing, and just being like, even if things don't work out, I'm still gonna work hard and I'm still gonna put in the work. And I need to get to that point because I'm still pretty immature, as you can tell from my vent today. I'm still pretty immature mentally, which I definitely need to work on. I need to grow more, and because it's gonna be tough. If I think it's tough now, it's gonna get even tougher. I'm like, we just started, even though we've been in this for a couple of months. Like even though we've been doing this for a couple of months, it seems like we haven't even gotten started yet. But yeah, we'll just keep trying. Because once again, you just never know. You never know. So hard work always pays off in the end. And I feel better. I feel better after this conversation. I know it was quite intense. I want to apologize again. This was definitely an intense one, but I feel better. I'm glad I held this. I wasn't sure if I was gonna hold this one today, because I'm like, I don't want things to get too crazy. And I know my audience is on the younger side, so I don't want to scare everybody, because they're like, I'm just a kid. I just want the dopamine. I just want the stuff, and I completely understand that. But sometimes I'll get pretty real on this channel, and I do flag this channel. This channel is technically not flagged for kids. It's not. So if you're of younger age, please be wary. And if you are of older age, maybe if you resonate with some of this stuff, I hope it can help you out. Actually, I hope it can help anyone out that's listening. Or at least you get a peer into my mind a little bit of what's going on in Fruitler's little wacky mind with my wacky little characters and employees. But yeah, as you can tell, I don't really do things traditional on this channel. It's not like and this channel is targeted towards anyone specific. You can tell the content, the content's all over the place, you know? The content is just gonna be whatever, and it's gonna be crazy, and it's gonna be, I don't know. It's gonna be something. I can't tell you if it's gonna be good, but there's gonna be content there for the most part, I hope. But yeah, I think I'll just call it there. That was a long session. I don't want to keep everyone here waiting forever. But once again, I always end my end of day debriefs by saying thank you all so much for your support. I appreciate it. I know we're very small right now, but I'm gonna keep working, and hopefully working harder every day, getting the content better day by day. That should be the goal, just to get slightly better every day. You know, just take at least one little step further every day. That should be the goal. But I hope everyone stays safe, stay healthy, and hope to see y'all when I see ya. Goodbye.